Hi, welcome. Today we are going to learn Master HVAC BOQ.
Recording in progress.
So our today class, as yesterday we have finished with the specification of HVAC and supports and accessories. Okay, so today we will see the BOQ preparation, how the BOQ preparation is done for the HVAC. Okay, and the static pressure calculation also for the duct, and the duct sheet, how to calculate the quantity of duct sheet and the gauges as per their sizes. So for material takeoff of the duct. So let's start with this BOQ part. So this is a HVAC BOQ. Okay. So after the designing, after the preparation of the design, so as we have seen this the schedule, we have prepared the schedule. No, for each equipment we have to prepare the schedule. So based on that schedule, we have to prepare the BOQ. So first is the design using the calculation, duct sizer and pipe sizer of chill water and ducting to the equipment, and then we have to prepare the schedule like this. So each equipment has their schedule, like fan schedule. This is a fan schedule, so it will mention the total MBH, sensible MBH, GPM, connection size, pipe size, each and everything. So for the same, for the pumps also we have to prepare. So this is a schedule for secondary pump. So it's like this, there is different like this. Here there is a schedule for diffuser. So for diffuser of also we have to prepare the schedule, and the fans, the fresh air fans and the exhaust fans, and the type, what are the type, is it inline fans, or it's a wall mounted fan, or it's a roof installed fan. So basically we have to prepare the schedule which will have this means description like airflow, quantity, kilowatt power consumption, remarks, means what type of fan we are installing. So these types of schedule we have to prepare. So here is the FHU schedule. So for means each and every equipment like FCU, AHU, chillers, chill water pumps, primary pumps. Okay, for each and every we have to prepare the schedule, then we have to prepare the BOQ. So for the inputs of the BOQ we require this schedule. So here is the example we can take. So here is first we have to describe the type of chillers we are using. So here we are using air cooled chillers. So the description should be mentioned, okay, on the BOQ. What are the descriptions we are going for the selection of the air cooled chiller. So mostly we have to mostly in the contractors, they have the supply and installation parts. So is depend upon the contract from the client, okay, or the main contractor. So depend upon the contract, so they are providing only supply, installation, or including the testing and commissioning also. So in some cases the testing and commissioning is done by another contractor, means the specialist of testing and commissioning contractor. So they are doing testing and commissioning. So here the case is the same. So here only the contractor part is supplying installation, the testing part is different. So they have the different contract for testing and commissioning. So this what the scope considered is supply, installation and setting to work, including all required field wiring in rigid metal conduit from chiller panel to local isolator. Okay, local isolator. Uh, Local isolators, condenser, anti-corrosion coating, spring vibration isolator, electric isolator, temperature controller, testing and commissioning, etc. So here is included, the testing and commissioning part also included as per the requirement schedule. So it basically tells us as per the schedule. So what it should include conclude each and everything of the panel, like the wiring, the cabling part of the supply of the power supply to chiller panel, and the isolators also, the condenser anti-corrosion coating. So the condenser should be anti-corrosion coating. It should be. So while procurement, we have to take care of this thing. The spring vibration isolator, as we have seen in our yesterday class, so we have discussed about the isolator. So as per the loads of the chiller, we have to purchase the isolator from vendors. So it should be a proper isolation should be provided. Okay, electric isolator temperature controller. So the temperature controller should be installed on the chiller and the testing and commissioning part also. So what should be the refrigerant? The refrigerant should be a HFC 13A4A. So this is a type of refrigerant. In this case, in some cases, it is HFC 14A. So this is a different refrigerant. So nowadays they are mostly using 134A. This is a eco-friendly refrigerant. Okay. And the tonnage and the capacity, the model, the tonnage and the capacity means the how much ton the we are selecting as per the our load calculation, and the GPM, what is the total flow of water. So this thing should be mentioned in the BOQ. And this is a standby. So in case of 3 chillers, so 2 is standby, or 2 is working, and 1 will be standby. So we have to mention here. And the next is the chill water AHU. So this is the AHU specification. We have to mention supply, installation and setting to work, including all required field wiring in rigid metal conduit from AHU panel to local isolator. Consider anti-corrosion coating, spring vibration isolator. The same specification for the AHU also. Next is the modulating three-way valve. So what is the three-way valve? As we have seen in the drawing, no, three-way valve in the AHUs. So we have to conclude the piping should be done as per the three-way valve, or otherwise we can provide a two-way isolating valve or one motorized valve on the return side. But in this case here is a three-way valve. So on the bypass line, no, the line with a bypass. So at the center of the return and the bypass line, there will be a three-way valve. Okay, to control and in the requirement during the isolation. Okay, for the maintenance of the unit. So and then it should be further divided into the HU capacity. What are the HU capacity and the numbers? So if it's one or if it's two, so based on that, so we have to.
Where is the coil information?
So the next is the chill water pump set. So the pump set we have to mention what are the specifications. The same specification, supply, installation and setting to work, including all required field wiring, means the cable termination part of the from the panel to the pump, the galvanized rigid metal conduit from pump panel to local isolator. So the metal the conduit which this cable are running should be galvanized rigid metal. Okay, and from pump to pump panel, electric isolator, pump control panel, panel controls spring type vibration isolator and commissioning, etc. as per equipment schedule. So this is also the same vibration isolators, the same for every rotating equipment. So here also we have to mention the chill water pump. This is a primary one and this one is secondary. So it depend upon how much primary pump we are providing. So including the one standby. So here is mentioned. So depend upon our project requirement. 2 duty or 1 standby, 3 duty or 1 standby. So based on that, so there should be a 1 standby compulsory we have to provide. Okay, in case of emergency or maintenance of any pump. So it should have the capacity and the GPM, how much GPM of water is should be pumped through each pump, and the meter head which we have calculated day before yesterday, which is the in meters, no. So meter head which we have calculated, pump head, no, based on the total pipe length. Okay, so this is the primary pump, and the same as goes to the secondary pump also. So based on our secondary circuit, how much pump we are going to provide, and one should be standby compulsory. Okay, so this is the pump and chiller part, means the chiller, this plant room part. Okay, so the next is the rooftop package unit. If there is any rooftop package unit, what is rooftop package unit? It's the same as the AHU. The working principle of rooftop package unit is same as the AHU. Only the unit should be installed is manufactured as per the roof installation purpose. So it is called as a rooftop package unit. So what's the specification? Supply, lift in position, install, test, set to work, commissioning, weatherproof package unit. So it should be a weatherproof, no, because it's outside the building. Unit shall be complete with internal, external anti-vibration mount and a pair of filters. Set of filters shall be installed after commissioning. Shall be include required field wiring, power wiring, switches, weatherproof cables. Okay, galvanized rigid metal conduit, condensate drain also complete operating, and the power supply. What is the power supply required to? So we have to mention this also in our BOQ, thermostat, and as specified in the equipment schedule. So next we have to mention the tonnage, what is the capacity and tonnage, and what is the CFM, how much CFM we have designed as per the heat load. No, as per the heat load we will get the CFM. So based on that CFM we are selecting the equipment. So it should be mentioned tonnage and CFM. So the next is the DX type unit, the direct expansion type unit. So supply, lift of position, install, test of work, DX type meaning split AC unit and ducted split AC unit. So it's included both split type and ducted type. So it should have the installation include all required field control wiring, same cable, galvanized rigid metal conduit. Okay, so here weatherproof cable, galvanized rigid metal conduit, refrigerant piping and insulation, support for ACCU, etc. complete to set to work. Outdoor refrigerant piping shall have canvas with 2 coat of poster paint and supported by cable tray. So this for this DX type unit, for the VRF, means the refrigerant type copper pipe unit. So we have to provide the, so here is mentioned the special coating. This is a 2 coats of poster paint. So there is a paint we are using. So on the pipe outside the circumference of the pipe, we have to provide a canvas cloth. Okay, there is a cloth we are using, and above the cloth, while we are using the like the what to tell, the lubricant to stick the canvas coat to the pipe, and then will we apply the poster paint. This is a white paint. What it will do, it will increase the life of the canvas, no? So that's why we are using poster paint. So we can use in case of a outdoor piping for AHU also. This in mostly in the Gulf country we are using this type of insulation to provide extra strength to our insulation, like the fiberglass insulation, as we have seen, no, this fiberglass insulation. So what happens? So in outdoor, if this is running, due to the temperature. It's very high temperature in our Gulf countries, about 55 degrees Celsius. No, so what we do, we apply this insulation and then we will apply the canvas cloth about that. Okay, canvas cloth, and then we will apply the Foster paint, white color paint. So it increase the life of this insulation and also increase the thermal conductivity, means the it will provide a good insulation uh, in the hot climate. So here it's mentioned, okay, all the unit to be suitable for externally locating in nominal capacity indicated. Okay, so the next is the duct split air condition. So that also we have to mention the capacity. Okay, so the same specification, but it's a duct type. It's a split type wall type unit, and this is a ducted type. Okay, so the next is, this is also same, window AC. So next is the fans. So this is extract air fans. So what is the specification of fans? Supply lift position installed, set to work and commission extract air fans. The fan unit shall have anti-back dot shutter and internal air vibration mount. So as we have seen no yesterday for fans, this fan. So the same, this is extract fan or a fresh air fan. So this type of installation we have to do. Adjacent is a switch, weatherproof cables, galvanized rigid metal conduits. All fans are centrifugal and roof mounted, and wall fans are wall mounted. So the extract fan also, in case of a as per the design, how we are designing, how we where is the location as per the design. So in some cases it's in a roof, no, so the roof type of fan is different, so it is inline type. So this you can see here, this. So this is a roof type exhaust fan. There is a fan in between here, so it will suck the air from the shaft, the duct running from the shaft, and then it will be thrown out from here. So this is a inline type of roof fan. So how it's look? This is the look of a rooftop fans, and the next is inline fan. No, so inline fan, how it looks. So this is a, so in case of a ceiling mounted, no, so this is how the inline fan looks like for the extract or exhaust fan. So there is, here you can see there is a one plate. So we have to put the tie rod here and we have to mount on the ceiling. So this is a inline, it will sucks here and it will throw from here. So this is also a one type of extract or fresh air fan. So this is called as a inline fan also. So then this is a, so we have to mention the CFM of each fan and the quantity here. So this is the rooftop type which we have seen, and we have to mention the static pressure also. So we will see the this pressure calculation now. Okay, so how to calculate the static pressure? So we have to mention the static pressure of each fan, like if it's a fresh air fan or a exhaust fan. So this is inline fan which we have seen, the wall mounted also. So this is a popular type of toilet exhaust fan. Okay, the air curtains. So what is the air curtains? So the air curtain is same as a split unit. So it's the same but little different. So what is the purpose of these air curtains? The air curtains, what it do? It just flow the air downwards and provide a barrier. Okay, it provide a barrier from a both a room. Maybe in case of, if there is a one room, maybe a kitchen, and from the kitchen there is a hall, no. So what it happens, the kitchen during the cooking, there may be a heat from the cookers, no, from the stoves, and this each and means different equipment inside the this what to tell, kitchen. So for a big commercial kitchen or hotels, there is a lot of equipment and lot of heat inside. So what it does, we have to install at the door, top of the door, we have to install this air curtains, and it will just flow the air downwards and provide a barrier from inside the kitchen to the outside. So what happens, the air from inside the kitchen will not go to the cool space. Okay, if there is a AC on the hall now, so the cool air will not get affected from the kitchen hot air. So this is the purpose of air curtain. The specification we have to mention: the installation and commissioning of curtain, and the supply required for the air curtains, and the CFM, how much CFM which has been designed. So we have to mention that also. Okay. The next is the ductwork. So what is the ductwork? Ductwork is our duct which we have designed for a air distribution partner. So we have to mention in square meter. Okay, we have to calculate the duct quantity. We will see this. We will have one sheet. I will show you how to calculate the duct material. So as per the sizes, as per the width of the duct, means you can see here as per the ASHRAE. So here you can see. So as per the ASHRAE, if the size is from 0 to 750 mm, no, so we have to provide which sheet? 24 gauge sheet. If the as I have told earlier, no, the gauge 750 mm. So from 750 mm, if it's in between 1500 mm, so we have to provide 22 gauge sheet. And if the size is from 1500 mm to 2250 mm, so we have to go with 20 gauge sheet. And if the size is from 251 mm and it's increased, so above that we have to provide 18 gauge sheet. So this is the classification of gauges, means how we have to consider as per the width of the duct. So we have to calculate using that sheet, and we have to mention the total square meter of the gauge as per the respective gauge. Okay, 20 gauge, 22 gauge, 24 gauge. So what is the specification says? Supply installation of a ductwork as per SMACNA standard. So what state is SMACNA? It's the SMACNA is a standard for duct construction. It's an international standard we have to use while construction and designing of the duct. We will see in the static pressure calculation how to calculate the head loss and each and everything. Okay, so the rectangle volume control damper, so it should have a control damper also, and support leak testing should be done of the duct, air balancing and testing and commissioning, etc. So for the duct we have to
सर हेलो हेलो आप वो चार्ट सेक्शन में एक देखेंगे, बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन है, आप क्लियर करिए थोड़ा.
कौन सा चार्ट सेक्शन? What is it? हाँ, तो I am telling, no, I will just show you how to calculate each and everything. Step by step we have to go. We can't consider whole and each and everything at a one class, no. So we will go step by step. Okay. So please be patience, and we will go step by step. Okay. So the next is supply and installation of aluminum cladding. So as we have discussed yesterday also, the cladding part. So we have to provide the cladding for our insulation. So we have to mention in the BOQ what is the thickness. So based on that we have to give the order, and we have to construct the cladding for the piping, chill water piping. Okay. So and the next is the insulation part, the supply installation of a acoustic lining. So we have seen also yesterday the acoustic lining where we are providing inside the duct, no. So we have to mention the details, 25 mm thick and the density like this, and the make. So here it's mentioned FECO or equal make. So like this for each and every so it's differ based on the installation. Is it indoor, we have to provide 24 kg, and for outdoor we have to provide with 48 kg. So like this, as we have discussed it in detail yesterday, so like the same specification has to be mentioned in the BOQ. So for flexible duct also, it should not be more than 1 meter or 1.2 meter as per SMACNA standard. Okay, so it should mention on each and everything like galvanized hanger and support, round volume damper. So in case of a flexible connector, we have to provide round volume damper. Okay, and the ceiling diffuser. So ceiling diffuser, so the supply and return. So supply ceiling diffuser, SCD is a supply ceiling diffuser with internally insulated plenum box as per drawing. So in the supply diffuser there is a box at the top, so where the flexible duct will be connected, and from that plenum box it will connected to the this diffuser. So we have to mention the size, so it will be differ depend upon the architect and the our design, the CFM of that room, and the number of diffuser we are providing. So it depend upon the sizes. Okay, so we have to mention each and every sizes and the quantity here. So the same goes to the return air diffuser also, we have to provide each and every sizes. So supply and exhaust air sealing diffuser, plenum box, the same for exhaust air sealing diffuser also. Okay, and the next is the grill. So linear slot grill. So the diffuser, it's also air distribution partner. So in case if there is a gypsum ceiling, so we are providing slot diffusers, linear grills. No, in case of a tile ceiling, we can provide this diffuser, no, stair diffuser. But in case of a gypsum, we can provide both stair diffuser also and linear diffuser as per the client requirement and our design. Okay, so these are the specification, linear bar grill. Okay, and the sizes we have to mention, the quantity, same thing go to the linear or written linear slot diffuser. Okay, and the louvers. So what is the louvers? So if you are providing a exhaust fan, no, exhaust fan from the means exhaust means the exhaust system. So we have to provide the louvers on the exterior of the fans. So if it's we are installing the like this what to tell, choose above, and we are providing a exhaust, no, from the HU, the exhaust from the like the ventilation part of the space. So we have to provide the sand louvers. Okay, so in case of return also and in case of supply also. So in case of suction, means the fresh air intake, outdoor and intake, we have to provide louvers, grills, the grills called as a louver, and we have to provide the air sand trap louver. So this is one type of louver. It's mostly used in the Gulf, no, for because there is a sand storm also in the Gulf, and there is a lot of sand during the breeze. So we have to provide the sand air sand trap louver for fresh air on the exhaust also in the on the HUs or the exhaust fans. So next is the chill water pipes. So so what it says, chill water pipes fittings include galvanized hanger, support, vibration isolators also, joints, expansion joint, thrust block. So the thrust block, what is thrust block? This thrust block we have to provide where there is a elbow or turning point. Okay, 90-degree elbow or 45-degree elbow. Okay, so we have to provide the thrust block because of the this pressure. No pressure. What happens there? This due to the immediate turn, it's provide a pressure on dot point. So we have to provide a thrust block. So pressure testing also, we have to improve the pressure testing of the chill water pipe as per our working pressure of the pumps. Okay, so this also should be included, and the size of each pumps, and the specification of pipe. So here is mentioned black steel schedule 40, which we have considered during the designing, and ERW. What is the ERW here? So ERW means electronic welding, electric resistant welding. So this is one type of pipe. Okay, ERW pipe. So it's mentioned here. So this is all the specification of the pipes, chill water pipes. And the next is supply installation to work for chill water pipe. So this is the indoor piping, and this is the outdoor. Means it's exposed to the
Schedule
outdoor.
14, which class?
Schedule 40, no?
In
This
which
is
class? Which class? Which class of pipe?
The class is depend. What is the class? Class A, class B, D. It depend
I think
upon our
class B is schedule 40.
schedule 40. So schedule 40 or schedule 80. So in mostly we are providing schedule 40 for chill water pipes. Okay, we
I
don't go
think
with
class
schedule
C,
80.
class C. Class B is medium, class C is high. I think class C,
Yeah,
schedule
class
80.
schedule 80. So so this is for the exposed chill water pipes. Okay, the same we have to mention size and the types and the quantity here. So this all should be considered in POQ. And the thermal
Pop panel will
insulation.
be provided in pipe. Pop support.
Support. I
Pop.
have mentioned. I have showed no. Yesterday you were in the class or not? I have shown
But
no each and everything. Yesterday I have shown
no,
what type of
pop support will provide. I am just asking.
Yeah. As
Okay.
per the our chill water pipe location, as we are running from the ceiling or from the
Riser.
ground. Yeah. Or to riser also. Yesterday we have discussed what we have to provide. So if it close to ceiling, no, we have provide support on the from the ceiling. If it is close to ground, so we have to provide the from the ground. So it's based upon the location of pipes. Okay, from where it's running. So this is the insulation. Please close your mic. Disturbance is happening. So the thermal insulation which we have discussed earlier yesterday. Okay, this thermal insulation. So this also there is a density, no? So we have to mention the density. We formed rigid fiberglass thermal insulation with factory applied foil, reinforced calf laminate facing 0.6 mm thickness aluminum cladding. So the cladding also we have discussed yesterday. So these are the sizes and the specification of pipe. So walls and accessories. Okay, supply and set of work and commissioning. Chemical dosing pot assembly, including 1-inch dia ball wall for filling inlet line, outline line, and drain. Funnel with cap, automatic air vent, and cock. So the air vent also we have to provide, because so in case of a air trapped inside the chill water, no, we have to provide the air vent at the top of the this what to tell, our main supply line in the header in the plant room. So on the top of the header we have to provide the air vent to while we are charging the line, when after the installation and everything is done, when we'll charge with water, no, after testing, the air should be removed, no, from the pipeline. So we have to provide the air vent. So as we charge, the air will be removed from the air vent. So this is also important, the air vent with cock, with wall, and other accessories also. So the air separator, including gate wall for inlet, outlet, and bypass automatic air vent with cock, wall, and accessories. So these all are the accessories, okay, we have to provide. So with the respective, what is the wall supply installation to work with commissioning all walls and pipeline. So these are the make of the walls, Nipco crane, okay. This also make also we have to include in the BOQ. So drain wall, check wall, butterfly wall, pressure relief wall. So these are the types of wall, okay. Pump accessories, drain wall, triple duty wall, pressure relief wall, vice strainer. So this all we have to mention the size and the quantity. Flushing water treatment. So this flushing water treatment, what is the flushing water? So the chill water, if while installation of lines, means what happens, the welding and all this happens no during installation. So what happens, there is lot of dust and dirt will settle inside the pipeline. So what we have to do, we have to flush the total pipe with the water, with the pressure of water, okay. So flushing, we have to use the flush we have to use, and then we have to treat the water also with chemical, okay. So water chemical treatment also have to do of chill water piping. So what it says, supply installation setting of all necessary so this water requirement, proper wastewater disposal, laboratory test, etc. So what we have to do while using the chemical treatment, so while we are putting the chemical during the flushing, so we have to take the sample from the our pipes and we have to send it to the laboratory to check the quality of water. So if the laboratory will test and give us the report in 1 or 2 days, so they will tell the means inside of the pipe is okay for the proper functioning of the water, chill water or not. So if the water is clear, so we have to start with our testing and commissioning, okay, of the chillers. So the next is supply installation, that is setting to work condenser drain piping of AC machine connected to nearest drain point with fitting and accessories. So as per our drawings, shop drawing, we have to provide the drain of each and every AHUs and FCUs. So we have to mention that also, mechanical identification. So this is also an important part. We have to provide a tacking of each pipes and ducts. So it should also be done, because you should know which is return pipe and which is supply pipe, which duct is return and which duct is supply duct. So this tagging should be done properly. And the civil works also in some cases install, if there is a little civil works like this core cutting or wall breaking for running of ducts and pipes. So this all should be considered in the BOQ. So now we will see our how to calculate the static pressure, okay. So let's start with this. There is a sheet we have prepared for the static pressure calculation. So we have to prepare this for each project. So it's very easy to calculate the total static pressure as per the fittings of the duct, okay. So these are the external static pressure. So the external static pressure is for the only the duct part, okay, duct and fitting like duct, transitions, elbow. So here you can see this as we have taken an example. So this is a from the AHU, there is a transition. This is called as a transition elbow. So this is a transition fittings, and this one is the canvas cloth, okay, for the flexible connector, okay, flexible connector. This is a straight duct and there will be elbow here and it is a riser, and then it will go to the elbow again here and then will turn towards the floor. And this is a straight duct, this is a transition, it's called as a transition part, okay. This is also transition, and this is a elbow, okay, and this is also transition. So this all we have to consider while designing. Why means while calculating the static pressure. So the static pressure, no? So let's
Recording in
start how to
progress.
calculate the static pressure. Okay. So let's start with the drawing. This drawing. So so there is a transition here, no? So filter and transition. So first we will go with the transition part. Okay. So transition here. So what is the size of the transition and what is the CFM? So we have to mention the CFM also. So what is the CFM here of the AHU? The total CFM is, so which room is providing. So we have to calculate this all CFM. So let's calculate. Okay. So what is the our total CFM here? 2130 plus 1500. 2130 plus 1500 plus 1970. This stuff. Okay. Plus 1970 plus this room also. It's supplying to this room also, no? So what is 1970 again? So plus 1970, and then last room, this room also it's providing, no? Supply duct is here. So what is the CFM? 1800 plus 1000. So 9370 is our total CFM of the AHU. So this AHU is having 9370 CFM. So this we have to mention here. 9370 CFM. What is the size here of the duct? The duct size is 1350 by 400. Okay, not this one. This is our straight duct. So we have to calculate transition duct. No? So we will have this sheet. So this is as per the ASHRAE for transition. So there is a ASHRAE, there is a table for each fitting. So for this is a transition, you can see here. Transition rectangular two-side parallel symmetrical as system. So we have to see this one. What is the size here mentioned? So A0 by A1. So what is A0 and what is A1? A0 is the big size, which means the big size or big side of the duct, and A1 is a small size. So this is we have to take it from here. So how to calculate this one? A0 by A1. So we have to give us the value of each side, no? So what is our A0? A0 is the big size, no? Big side. So what is our big side here? 1350 by 400. Okay, this side. So we have to mention here 1350 by 400. 1350 400. And what is A1? A1 is a small size, no? So this size is a A1 size. The width will be 950. So we have to mention here 950 by what is the width? That is same. Okay, the height is same, no? So we have to mention 400. So what is the value we are getting here by putting the formula? Okay, A0 by A1. So here we have to see this column A0 by A1 and the degree. What is the degree here? The total deflections, the openings. What is the total degree? So we have to measure here. Okay, using the AutoCAD. So angular measurement. This and this. So what is the 90 degree here? It's showing 90 degree, no? So we have to mention here, we have to see the 90 degree. So what is the value? Our 1.42 is the value we are getting. So 1.42. So it's coming in between 1 to 2. So we have to go with the higher side. Okay, we will select 2 and 90 degrees. So what is the value here? 1.52. Okay. So CO is, what is CO? So CO is our coefficient. So 1.52 is the head loss through the duct. So we have to mention in our sheet 1.52. So here is the loss. So we have to mention a fitting coefficient loss. So this is 0.08 standard, but we have to mention as per our 1.52. So this we have mentioned. So same we have to calculate then straight duct. So what is the straight duct? Size 1350 by 400. So we have to mention here 1350 400. So same here 1350 1350 400. Okay. So the deck length also we have to mention. So here, what is the length of this fitting? So we can take this length, here from this AutoCAD. 200. What is, how much 200? How we if we convert into meter, how much? 0.02. Okay. And what is the straight duct length? This is a straight duct, here. So what is the duct length for straight? So straight, this is straight, no? So we have to go with the straight. So what is the length, dimension, and the length? So from here the elbow is starting, no? So we have to take this length. 1901 is the length of the straight duct. So we have to mention here 1901. It's mm, no? This is in mm. Okay, so we have to convert into meter.
0.2 or 0.02, that branch length.
0.02 na, I've mentioned here. See,
0.2 na.
It's in 200.
200 mm na.
0.2.
1 second. What is our 200 mm, no?
Yeah, 200 by 1000.
0.2.
Okay. 0.2. Correct. So it should be 0.2. Okay. So this is our 1901. So 1901 divided by 1000. 1.9. So we have to mention here
0.19.
1.
0.19.
1.9 hours. 1.9. What you are telling? It's wrong. This size is 1901. So in meter, if we convert 1.9.
Right.
You are confusing me also. No. So this is a straight duct length. Okay. So then we have to mention the fitting. So for standard, we are considering for the straight duct 0.08. Okay. So this is standard as the thumb rule. So for straight duct we can go with 0.08. Okay, so here we will get the our total
If we calculate in
Total-
velocity reduction method, then
pressure loss in WG.
hello,
So
hello.
I am doing with the head loss method now. So first we will see head
So-
loss method. So there is different
so-
method. So we will go step by step. How we are now, you are interrupting in between and you are telling velocity method. Now we are
No.
calculating.
I'm just asking if someone is calculating through velocity reduction method, then what will be put on equal that fitting loss coefficient? That I am asking. I'm not interrupting.
Okay,
It is just my doubt.
You are interrupting in between. As we are already we are lagging behind. We have to means complete our schedule as per schedule, and we will like this. You will interrupt. Then we will how
So
we will
what
complete.
you just read
You are
it and
telling each
complete
and
it. That's your
So that-
motive.
You are what read it and complete. I am showing you how to calculate step by step. It's a very
Okay.
time taking process.
Okay. You just carry on.
If there is a lots of method like static regain method, velocity method, head loss method, each and everything. How can we show in only in one class? One step by step we have to go, no? So please stop interrupting. Otherwise, you take the class.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is how we have to calculate for straight duct, transition duct, and elbow. So how to consider for elbow? So elbow also we have to go with the ASHRAE. So as per our sheet, as per ASHRAE, what the ASHRAE tells. So here is our ASHRAE. So, so this is taken from the ASHRAE for the elbow. So it is 2001 ASHRAE fundamental handbook. You will get this, or I will send all this document to each everyone while the mail. I will send it. So this is for the rectangular fitting elbow. So how we have to calculate? So we have to calculate by this column R by W. So what is R by W? R is the radius of the duct and W is the width of the duct, and H by W is the our next row. So what is height and width? Okay. So we can take an example here of this duct. Okay, this same duct. So here we can take for this also. This is elbow here, no? Or otherwise, we can take the example of this elbow as we have for this one. So what is the size here of this duct? 350 by 300. Okay. So we have to mention here the size 350 by what is the height and width. So the width is always higher, no? So we will take the higher side as a width. 350 is the width and 300 is the height. So 300 is the height and 350 is the width. Okay. And what is the radius? So how to calculate using the drawing? We have to go to dimension and we have to take the radius here and we can calculate. So what is the radius here? It's shown 275 mm is the radius. So this we have to mention here 275 and the width which is 350. So R by W so and what is the degree here? What is the total degree? As our elbow is a 90 degree, no? This is a 90 degree elbow. So we have to take the 90 degree. Okay. So 90 degree. So we have to consider the angle factor here as a 1. Okay, so what we will get? HW by RW. So 0. RW is, there is a factor RW here, 1 by 4, 96250. In elbow, if it is 90 degree, no, so we have to go with 0. So it's a 0 here, it's showing if it's a 90 degree. So we can take as a standard here. Okay, standard value as a 0.52 elbow, for elbow. You can see here 0.52, because our as a 90 degree we have to, the K factor no, here angle factor is 0. So for this, if it's 0 no, so we have to take standard thumb rule as a 0.52 for elbow. Okay, and for VCD, volume control damper, so we have to mention the size. The alpha also we have to mention the size. What is the size of the, what is the CFM of that duct? Okay, so we have to mention the CFM. What is the CFM this room, for this room? Okay, so what is the CFM for this room? So like this. So already we have passed our 10 already is done. So we will continue tomorrow for our static pressure calculation. Okay, so we will continue with the static part, external static part tomorrow. So we will stop here today. Okay, let's stop.
Artlist.io